So, I like video games. I hope that's pretty obvious. I've thought about reviewing games for a long time, which is a story that's too long to include here. Video games have been a big part of my life since I was in grade school, and in my mind, making these reviews is by all accounts a net positive. It gives me a means of engaging with games that I'm curious to play, and a creative outlet in the form of packaging my thoughts and feelings about the game into a video format. That being said, I'm trying to stay mindful of avoiding a situation where I'm only playing games to get content out of them. After all, I play video games for entertainment, and I don't want sitting down to play a game to feel like work all of the time. So this video series is planned to be more of a video diary of games that I played and didn't want to make a review for, or games that I felt I couldn't make a video about for whatever reason. One of these games I played recently was Shovel Knight, Shovel of Hope. I picked up Shovel Knight Treasure Trove because I have been meaning to play Shovel Knight for a long time. I decided not to do a review even before playing the game because I figured anything I wanted to say would just be adding to the mountain of praise that the game already has received. And after playing it, I can confidently say that my initial judgment was correct. All the good things I've heard about Shovel Knight were on full display, and any criticisms I did have were just my own annoyed feelings about certain levels. The character designs are great, the chiptune soundtrack was great, pretty much everything was great, which was expected based on the success and brand recognition of what you could now call a franchise. Shovel Knight is an extremely recognizable character. I mean, they're in Smash. If that's not indicative of global acclaim, I don't know what is. Another game I started playing recently was djmax Respect V. I was looking for a rhythm game to play because I got a new mechanical keyboard, and I remembered the name djmax from when I played Portable 2 on the PSP when I was younger. I'm still not sure if it's 5 or just the letter V, but it seems to be the one-stop shop for djmax now. The game appears to be slightly live service with some other player interactions, but still largely is a single-player game from what I can tell. There are tons of DLC for songs that have appeared in previous djmax titles up until this point, and collaborations with other games that I recognize, like Muse Dash and Demo, which make up a massive collection of songs that are available for purchase. This was another game that I played for my own enjoyment because it's hard to review a rhythm game where the only real mechanic is hitting buttons at the right times. Plus, most of the music is probably copyrighted. It's definitely a fun game, but I personally would avoid picking it up unless it's on sale. One of the last new games that I wanted to include in this list was Sayonara Wild Hearts. I played this back in November, and it was a game that I picked up and fully intended to review. However, after playing it, I realized almost immediately it's not really a game that can be reviewed. I do want to start by saying I don't mean this in a negative way, but it's hard to call Sayonara Wild Hearts a game in my opinion. I mean, it is technically a rhythm game where you're on rails and collecting points by moving in particular patterns, but I'd say Sayonara Wild Hearts is more accurately described as an interactive musical experience. Again, I don't mean this as a negative criticism. The soundtrack is phenomenal and it certainly has feel-good vibes that help enhance the story that the game is aiming to tell, but as a package, Sayonara Wild Hearts feels more like a vehicle to consume the album. While that is an interesting concept, it's not really something I felt comfortable reviewing as a game reviewer. Sayonara Wild Hearts is only as long as the album, which is just under an hour, but the music and experience are definitely worth checking out in my opinion. There were also several old games that I replayed this month, just for my own enjoyment. One of which was Bloodborne, which I made a video about previously that you can check out here. But as far as new games, that's everything I wanted to talk about in this video. I do want to ask, what have you been playing recently? Feel free to leave game recommendations or anything that you'd like to see next in the comments. Thanks for watching, take care, and remember, keep having fun.